morning, without wasting time, I'm talking on a subject, it's spiritual, and it is titled, You Must Be Released. You must be released. Now, a lot of people don't know the reason why they are not moving forward. They don't know the reason why they are not prospering. They don't know the reason why they kept on to encounter failure. They don't know the reason why they always face obstacles in all their steps. A lot of people don't know that the enemies, they have done one thing or the other against them. Now, if the enemies, if they are going to do something against you, it can be in the area of health. Then the person will have infirmities. At times, if they are going to do something against you, it can be in the area of your finances. Then poverty will be staring at the person. Or at times, they can also make your star and your glory to be dim. Now, let's look at what Jesus Christ said concerning a woman, the daughter of Abraham. One of the daughters of Abraham, what the enemy did, and he suffered for many years. You are here under the sound of my voice. Your suffering is over. Where they kept you, you must be released from that place. Yes. Or maybe they hid you in a particular place. And you have been there for years. You are coming out now. In the mighty name of Jesus. So let's consider. Thank you, Father. The Lord is going to set a lot of people free this morning. I just got a vision. I saw somebody standing right beside me here. The Lord is going to set many people free. So you must be in the spirit, because something great is going to happen. Because of you, the Lord is bringing this message. You must be released. Where they kept you, where they hid you, they have no choice. The host of heavens will set you free. If you believe that, your amen will be dynamic. Luke 13, verse 16. Let's see what Jesus Christ said. There are some people here, their benefit that has been hid for many years will be released unto them. Look at what Jesus Christ said. And ought not this woman, being a daughter of Abraham, wow, whom Satan had bound, not God, Satan. The Satan that the devil was the Satan Jesus was referring to, somebody did that thing. Opened himself for the devil to use as an instrument. And instead of the lady to stand straight, she was bending. Let's see how many years it took this lady to bend, and she was walking like that. Praise God. This is spiritual. Some people, they have kept them in a place for more than 20 years, except by divine intervention. Some people, they have kept them in a place for the past 30 years, except by divine intervention. Wherever they kept you, you shall be released this morning. Now, may I open your eyes, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for you to know that spiritual things are different from physical things. Now Jesus was making reference and he said, how come this lady was like this? She was one of the daughters of Abraham. Enemies don't have right to mesmerize her like this. Why is it that they have tormented her up to this moment? Look at it. Lo, these 18 years, for good 18 years, many people, for good 18 years, they have sat on their prosperity. Now, if Jesus said this lady bent, or she was bound, and she could not stand straight, it means spiritual connotation. It means so many things. Begin to look at your life also. What are those things that you are planning to do for many, many years? Anytime you are about to do that thing, something always happens. Look at it. Let's go back again. And ought not this woman, being a daughter of Abraham, whom Satan had bound, lo, these 18 years, be loose from this bound on the Sabbath day? Today, many of us, we are not going back home the way we came. There are so many important things we are going to derive from this verse that Jesus was referring to. He said on the Sabbath day. That's why it's good for you to go to church. You don't go to church on Sunday just to fulfill all righteousness. You go to church on Sunday in order to encounter God. You go to church on Sunday in order for you to know what you don't know. You go to church on Sunday to possess what belongs to you, what they have taken away from you. You go to church on Sunday so that you can occupy your position back. That's the reason why you go to church. And Jesus Christ said, this woman belongs to my camp, belongs to my heritage. She was one of the daughters of Abraham. The same applies to every one of us seated here. Some, they have kept them in a cave in the spirit realm. Some, they have kept them inside a box. You can't believe it. I was ministering to a woman, and the pastors, they brought the woman to me. And I sat down in my office. And I said, and the woman was narrating her ordeal to me. Just listen to me carefully, because something's about to happen. And suddenly she started crying. I told her, I said, you don't need to cry. With God, all things are possible. Then I said, okay, you come, let's pray. So I picked my Bible. And when I picked my Bible, I just placed my Bible on her head. And suddenly a strange voice started coming out. In my office, people downstairs, they heard a voice, so they ran to my office. They thought something strange happened, or maybe I'm having a fracas with somebody. Now listen to me carefully. You know what the demon said? He said, you can't. Then he shouted. Then I also shouted. I said, you are a liar. You know what the demon said again? He said, many pastors have tried. I said, but not me. I said, you made a mistake coming to this place. The demon was shouting. I was also shouting. I said, you made a mistake coming here. and I will let you know that I am a prophet. He said, many people have tried. He said, do you know me? I said, okay now, I want to know you. Tell me where you are coming from. And the demon mentioned the shrine in this nation. And the demon said, you know, and I said, this must be free. Then I said, there is a secret you are hiding. Expose it now. You know what he said? He said, do you know what they did to this woman and their husband? And that's why they are suffering for good 18 years. He said, some members of their families, they did a small casket. Listen to me carefully. They put an image and they wrote the name of this woman. They put an image, they wrote the name of her husband. They dug the ground and they buried them. And the demon said, that's why so many pastors could not do it. He said, many have tried. I said, but you have made a mistake coming here. I said, then you have to bring it out. That casket, you must bring it out. And many people are looking at the pastors who are looking at me and the demon. I said, I command you now, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, bring the casket out. You know what the demon said to me again? If I bring the casket out, I'll kill her husband. I say it's grossly impossible. Then I'll kill him. The power of God descended mightily. The casket was exhumed. The man and the woman were set free. Now I told that power, I said, you have held on to something that belonged to them for many years. Now give it back to them. I said, at the count of 1 to 3, you don't give it out, I will crush you completely. And people, the pastors with me, they were amazed. And the demon started, I've released everything. I have released everything. Then I asked the demon, you want to go peacefully or you want to go forcefully? I said, now, before I count 1 to 7, pack your load and go. And the unclean spirit came out. And that person was set free. This is an example of what they have done to so many people. At times when I look at some people, when they are trying to be proven as if they know and they are above everybody, I will just be looking at you like this. Spiritually, they can torment you. Spiritually, they can make life difficult for you. For good 18 years, somebody that's supposed to stand erect and stand aloft, they made her to be walking like this. Now, if she's walking like this, who will propose to her? Now, you might have encountered people like that, or you might have seen them. But what Jesus Christ was telling you that day, he was referring to spiritual thing. Not that woman, they made her to walk like that, but it is spiritual. You know how many spinsters that Suitors cannot see their faces. Hallelujah. Except God intervene. Maybe the person that's supposed to marry her has just come across her, but something is blocking her face. You know how many people that are supposed to have been rich and they have blocked their finances? You know how many connections that are supposed to have come to you, and at that particular time that the connection is supposed to reach you, they kept you somewhere in the spirit realm. Begin to focus on spiritual things more than physical things. Because whatever you see in the physical is what has happened in the spirit realm. Am I communicating to somebody? For example, many glory has been kept. Many glory has been seized. All glory that has been kept here shall be released. Many potentials have been tarnished. Now, that's your stepmother that she's fighting you all the time. What did you think she has done against you? Where did you think she has taken your name to? Or that your stepbrother that vowed that there is no good thing that will come out of your life? Or your in-laws that they are fighting against you? Where did you think they have mentioned your name? And that's why the lady was in that position for a good 18 years. You are under the sound of my voice this morning. You have been suffering for many years. You shall be set free. You are under the sound of my voice this morning. You have been tormented for many years. You shall be loose now. Something amazing happened. I was ministering to some set of women, believing God for fruit of the womb. Just listen to me carefully. And I told them, I said, we have to pray and we have to fast. On the last day, as we are praying, somebody ran from one woman's house. The maid, she said, as she was trying to change the pillowcase and also to change the, what do you call it? The bed sheets. To her amazement, the first thing she found on the bed was a tortoise. Life. We are still praying. And the tortoise appeared physically on the bed. So I told them, I said, this woman bring the tortoise. That's where the problem is coming from. Can tortoise run from here to Accra? It will take the tortoise how many years? Huh? That was what they used against the woman. They brought the tortoise. When they brought the tortoise, I pour anointed oil I said, somebody should get me a big stone. I broke the shell, set it on fire. Whatsoever they have used against you, and you cannot move the way you're supposed to move. Fire destroy that thing this morning. You must be released. No, Jesus Christ said to Nicodemus in John chapter 3 verse 7 to 8, he said, you must be born again. You must be born again. What was Jesus saying? You must be spiritual. When you are spiritual, you will be able to speak spiritual language. You'll be able to understand spiritual things. Now, it amazes me that the Middle East, they've seen it all. What we are witnessing now, the Middle East, they saw it before us. So many things. And you know the reason why they saw all these things? Is because they have kept long in Egypt for 430 years. And in Egypt, so many obnoxious things, so many wicked things emerged there. So they have witnessed so many things. They have seen so many things. Anything they have used against you, you must be released from that thing. Now let's come back to Africa. Nobody can deal with you spiritually without using something. Only we don't know what they use. Only we don't know what they use. A lady called me all the way from America. She was sick. And she was living at 14th floor. They hardly open their windows. They've not opened it since. They have been living at 14th floor. She has spent up to about $13,000 on a medical bill. Moving from one place to another place, moving from one place to another place, they could not find anything. But she's still uncomfortable. Are you with me? On the last day of our prayer, something told her to go and open her wardrobe. She just opened her wardrobe. To her amazement, a bird flew out of the place. When the bird flew out of the place, she screamed. She called her husband. They killed the bird. This lady said, instanta is as if they lifted up something off her. And that was all. Pains, everything disappeared. Now, how does the bird manage to enter into the wardrobe? And they have not opened their windows since they have packed into that place. And they are living at the 14th floor. Now you look at your life. What are the things you are chasing? What are those things that you are chasing for many years? And anytime you stretch your hand cannot touch it. What have they done? What have they used to block you so that you will not get that thing. Whatsoever they have used, whatsoever they have done, the Lord destroy that thing this morning. Somebody at home now. It's spiritual. You must be released. It's time for every one of us seated here to fight very hard so that we release ourselves from that thing they have assigned to hinder us. If you don't fight very hard, life will just be like that. There are some certain things that at times we believe, oh, it's one of those things. No. Something is behind it. Until you deal with that thing behind it, whatsoever is behind your captivity, that thing shall be destroyed this morning. That's why it has reached a point now, we can no longer be a surface Christian. We must be a Christian that understands spiritual things. And that's why there was difference between Jesus Christ and the scribes, the Pharisees, and the elders. The scribes, the Pharisees, the elders, they were surface people. But Jesus Christ was spiritual. That was why they hated him more. At times Jesus will be preaching, an unclean spirit will be crying out of somebody. And the scribes said, we have never seen this before. This is a strange doctrine. This is new. We only preach, then we close, we go home. But you, anytime you are preaching, the power they have used against that person, the power will be looking for a way to escape. Any power that is behind your walls, fire will chase out the power. So that's why I told some people what they are telling or what they are preaching to some people. Some don't even understand the essence why Jesus used the word be born again. The word be born again means be spiritual. Be spiritual. And two people have used this word. Jesus used it, then Peter used it. Being born again, not of a corruptible seed, but of incorruptible seed that is able to save your soul. Hallelujah. Praise God. In Africa, they can use anything to set you back. They can use anything to imprison you. And until you deal with that thing, how can you deal with that thing? You deal with that thing with prayer. Some certain things will not go until you apply spiritual violence. Some certain things will not happen until you put spiritual force. I cannot forget this one, I will tell you. A lady who came with her husband, couple, came from America. And she conceived. And 6 months, she found herself in a docket. In in a dream. And in the docket, somebody was holding a cable, a young girl. And the young girl used the cable to hit the desk. And the young girl said, fall into labor now. And she used the cable to hit the desk. And water started coming out. And the elder sister of this lady, she's also very close to me, just walked to me and she said, we have a serious problem. You know, my sister, she had a dream this morning, and this happened, and water started coming. Oh, I said, that's a small thing. I said, let's go. So I met the lady. I said, can you please explain what really happened? She explained the way her elder sister explained to me. I said, you know what we are going to do? We are also going to set our own court again. Praise God. So I said, describe to me how they arrange the seats. So we set a court. So we put her in the docket. Then I sat as the judge. Then I held my Bible. And with my Bible, I used it to hit the desk also. Then I said, water coming out. Stop now. In Jesus' name. And the water stopped. If you don't meet somebody who is blessed spiritually, she can have a stillbirth. It's not guaranteed that the baby may survive. But the baby stayed in the womb for 9 months. And she delivered safely. You must be released. It's none of my business what they have done against you. The reason why he sent me here this morning, you must be released. If you are told your amen, we will die in amen. Maybe the reason why you are hindered was because they have seen that you are going to be a star. And if you don't fight hard, you just give up, the person may remain there. But if you fight hard, you will come out from where they kept you. Because whatsoever they have used, that thing has expiring dates. And whatsoever they have used against you, Colossians 1:14, for by him were all things created. Jesus created that thing. He has the power to destroy it. They have used many things against us. That is why many of us, we are crying in the closet. That's why many of us, we have tried and tried and tried and tried. Nothing happens. As from this morning, something great starts to happen. I can see that many of you now, you are getting to know spiritual things. I can see that many of you now, you are getting to understand that the world we are living is not only physical. I can see that many of you now, you are waking now, you know now that these things are there. What are those things causing you pains? Disappointment, delay, embarrassment. Whatsoever is behind that thing, Holy Ghost fire destroy that thing. I said, Holy Ghost fire destroy that thing. Holy Ghost fire destroy that thing. Holy Ghost fire, destroy that thing. Holy Ghost fire, destroy that thing. Holy Ghost fire, destroy that thing. I can perceive many people want to be released this morning. You know, when you are released, you know what happened? The first thing you enjoy is freedom. Because you have been released. And when you are released spiritually, when you start to enjoy freedom spiritually, the second thing you notice in your life, prosperity starts to come. Things that are not coming to you will start to come to you. People that are not approaching you before will start to come and approach you. Help that you have not received before, you start to receive that help. Promotion that they have denied you for many years shall become your Lord. I see the angels of God walking in our midst, doing what no man can do, and setting people free. There are 3 women here which their mother-in-law held their marriages in captivity. That marriage has been released from their hands. There is a particular lady here which they have done evil against you. You are an orphan. But somebody has wicked you because you have a brighter future. The stone which they place on your glory, that stone has been rolled off. There are 9 business people here which enemies have offered a lot of things so that their business will go down. Hear me and hear me very well. All what they have offered, the Lord declare all as null and void. And your businesses, all the 9 people, your businesses will go up again. Tell your neighbor, I must be loose. Tell your neighbor again, I must be released. Now, who is that person that is behind your walls, fighting you all the time, that he or she vowed that he will not allow you to get there? I prophesy this morning, you will get there. I say you will get there. Somebody came to me, you may comfortably have your seat, and narrated her ordeal unto me. And she said, this thing has been going on frequently. And I said, do you want to know the person behind it? The fellow said, yes. I said, I'll give you assignments. And in that assignment, you will see the person. So I said, bring out your notes. I said, write down the scripture. Write this one. Write this one. Write this one. Before you go to bed, read all the scripture. I did not say you should pray. Praise God. I said, I'm confident to end, and then tomorrow morning you will call me. The fellow behind your walls for the past 13 years, you will see the person like this. That's what we call a prophet. That's what we call a church that is deep. And the fellow read the scripture. To our amazement, she saw the person and came back to me. I said, your solution, your problem is solved. As long as we have been able to identify the fellow who will send back what the fellow sent to you, back to the sender. Are you getting it now? I'm sounding different from the way you knew me before. Whatsoever you measure with shall be measured back unto you. That's what Jesus Christ said. If somebody fired you, we fire the person back. Not that you have to pray for the person, so Father, forgive. He has tied you down. She tied you down. She said you are not going anywhere. Every material that they have used that is causing your delay, I command fire to destroy the material. You must be released. Once you are released, you are free. Once you are released, you get it. I prophesy again. You must be released. I prophesy again. Wherever they kept you, inside the bottle, in the forest, in anything, you must be released. I command the bottle to pray. Hallelujah. There are some people here, they are under spells. There are 17 in numbers. The power of God is coming. The spell of the enemies, the wind of God, the kingdom of heaven descend and blow the spell away. Rise up on your feet. I can still see the 17 people. The power of God is present in our midst. Be in the spirit. You're not going back home the way you came. Lift up your two precious hands. Say, spell of the enemies walking in my life. Open your mouth and pray. Jesus' name we pray. Lift up your two hands and pray. Something is about to happen. You pray like this. Holy Ghost fire! Fight for me in the spirit realm. Now! Open your mouth and pray. Jesus' name we pray. Let's wait for that to happen. I can see 15 brothers. They have captured them, but they are going to be released now. The sister, because you prayed the prayer very well, You have been released. Can you lift up your two hands and cry to God? Oh Lord, turn me to fire now. Aha. Pray. Jesus' name I pray. Can you lift up your two hands and pray the last one? Oh Lord, wherever they have kept me for many years, release me now by fire. Jesus' name. Just be silent. Just be silent. Yes. Now begin to shake your head. Let fire fall. Let fire fall from your head to the sole of your feet. Let fire fall. Fire fall. And whatsoever they have used against you, let that thing be destroyed now. Let fire fall. 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 Owners of evil, Lord, carry your load. Every evil load they have placed on your life, I command those who have placed the evil load, I summon them now. Carry your load now. You are going to pray this prayer before we go. Any part of my body that has been captured, be released. Open your mouth and pray. Aha, 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 aha. Jesus' name we pray. You close your eyes, please. Lift up your two hands. I command a touch. I command a touch. As you have lifted up your hands, I command a touch of the Lord. I command the touch of the Lord. I command the touch of the Lord. Be touched by fire. 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 Be released. I prophesy as you are going, because the Lord has set you free. What has not been coming to you for many years, I command all those things to start to come to you now. I prophesy, whatsoever they have used to block you so that people will not see you, I command that thing to be pulled down.